Welcome to the Year 7 lesson for multiplication using an algorithm. In this lesson I'm learning to use an algorithm to solve multiplication problems. Let's start with this one here. 3 times 725. Well, I need to start by setting this problem out like an algorithm. And to do that, I'm going to make sure I put one number in every box. So 725. And notice how by doing that, I've been able to keep my ones, tens, and hundreds all in separate boxes. Times 3, and I rule off underneath that. Now we know looking at this number that this 2 is actually a 20 and this 7 is actually a 700. But to keep things really easy, I'm just going to refer to it as a 2 and a 7. Right, let's start with this column here. We need to multiply the 3 by the 5. So 3 times 5 is 15. But I can't fit 15 in one column because the biggest number I can fit in any column is a 9. So what I'm going to have to do is split this 15 up into some 1s and 10s. Well, I'm going to split 15 up so it's got the 5 ones and the 1 10. So I'm going to put these 5 ones in the 1s column, and I'm going to carry this 10 over to the 10s column. So now I need to multiply the 3 by the 2. 3 times 2 is 6, plus the one that I carried is 7. Notice how I'm dealing with a number in the 10s column, so my answer is going in the 10s column. Now I'm on to the hundreds. 3 times 7 is 21. So just like last time, I can't write 21 in one column, so I'm going to have to split that up. So the 1 is going in the hundreds column and the 2 is going in the thousands column. So you can see 725 times 3 is 2,175. Let's try another question. This time I'm going to work out 248 times 6, and you can see I've already got the problem set out. So I'm going to start with the 1s column. 6 times 8. Well, I know 6 times 8 is 48, but obviously I can't fit 48 in one column, so I'm going to have to split that up. I'm going to put the 8 in the 1s column, and I'm going to carry the 4 to the 10s column. So I put my 8 here in the 1s column, and the 4 up in the 10s column. Now I'm moving on to my 10s column. 6 times 4 is 24, plus another 4 is 28. But I can't write 28 all in one column, so I'm going to have to put the 8 10s here, and the 2 hundreds is going in the hundreds column. Now I'm on to the hundreds. 6 times 2 is 12, plus another 2 is 14. Write that over here. Again, I can't write 14 in one column, so I'm going to put the 4 hundreds in the hundreds column and the 1,000 in the thousands column. You'll notice how the 1,000 went straight down here rather than up here, and the reason it did that was because there's no numbers in the thousands column left for me to multiply. So 248 times 6 is 1,488. Let's try one last question. This time I've got 543 times 9. So I'm going to start in the 1s column. 9 times 3 is 27. So I put the 7 in the 1s column and I carry the 2 over to the 10s column. Now I need to multiply 9 by 4. 9 times 4 is 36, plus another 2 is 38. So I write the 8 in the 10s column and carry the 300s into the hundreds column. 9 times 5 is 45, plus another 3 is 48. So I write the 8 in the hundreds column and put the 4 in the thousands column. So 543 times 9 is 4,887. Let's have a think about the important things to remember in this lesson. Well, first of all, you need to set it out so that there is only one number in every box. The next step is multiplying every number in the top line by this bottom number, and you can see we're moving from right to left. And if you end up with a number that's greater than 9 in a column, you carry part of it over to the next column. And finally, we're multiplying by the top line, but we're adding any number that we've carried across. You can find the activity sheet that goes with this lesson in the Teacher Tools Multiplication and Division book from the White Book collection.